नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I'll continue to expand on the sacred secrets, powerful cognitions Paramashiva reveals on 11 gender. Listen very intensely. Shrunupriye, listen, O beloved one. Understand. Sexual act, a man first feels physiologically pressured by the hormones. So physiology sends the signals to body, physical structure. So it starts responding, but psychology is not having enough life positive affirmation to be active. It does not have enough love. It only feels the pressure of physiology and physical components. So it is waiting to take revenge on the physiology and physical component. The moment act is over, psychology just takes over and pushes you in such life negative mood and feeling. Listen, if the integrity between physical, physiological, psychological components of you is not achieved about your gender identification, whether you are oversexed or undersexed, you will be constantly struggling. If you are undersexed, you will have so much of struggle in your dreams. If you are oversexed, you will have so much of trouble in your psychology space. Understand? Whether you are aggressive or passive, if your psychology is also prepared and integrated to physiology and physical component, along with hormonal pressure, you will build tremendous love and responsibility, care for the other person. End of the act will not be falling down, it will be falling into the intimacy. Every level, your gender identification matters. Understand? Whether you are a womanizer or a nymphomaniac, it doesn't matter. Whether you are a sannyasi or sannyasini, it doesn't matter. What matters is, do you feel inside your body, your integrity, your physical, physiological, psychological components, do they feel integrated about your gender identification? Understand? Very recently I was reading some of the articles in the research papers in the internet. I saw literally there is nobody called straight. If you think you are straight, you are middle class, mediocre. The stupid middle class fellows, just to satisfy themselves, this mediocre mind, because they are incapable of handling the truth. They are mediocre. They try to make fun of everyone who are elite. Why do you think all celebrities are trolled? Because deep vengeance the mediocre mind holds. If you are trolled, you are a celebrity. If you are trolling, you are mediocre. Otherwise, why will you waste time? I can never think of trolling anybody. I'm so busy in what I am supposed to contribute. Listen carefully. Trolling is nothing but tremendous vengeance inside. When you know you are mediocre and you can't do anything about it, then at least troll the elite. You feel kind of satisfied. Elite takes revenge on you by keeping you always down. That is what is going on. Understand. I am not interested in keeping you always down. I am sharing the truth as it is. Listen and raise yourself. Your physical identification, that needs just a simple medical examination, nothing else. Physical examination, nothing else. But physiological identification, you need to look in. Whenever you feel excited, are you more in kama or moha? Understand, both of them are different. In kama, you just want to manifest the reality of you and the other person or persons involved in your life. In moha, you just want to exploit everyone for your pleasure. There are two different things. In kama, you are very sure you want the completion for everyone involved. In moha, it is all about you feeling complete. I should not even use the word complete. You feeling relieved. Listen carefully. Whenever your physiology is pressured, if your psychology feels kama, it is integrity. You will be such a beautiful being. Whenever your physiology feels pressured and your psychology feels moha, you will just be exploitative. It will be more or less like a masturbation with another body or a rape. That's it. Understand? The reflection of Paramashiva in you, Pratyagatma Chaitanya, the individual consciousness, as a freedom to align your gender identification in the level of psychology and physiology and physical, all three. I wanted to make a statement. By your willpower, you can change your gender completely, even physically. Ramakrishna demonstrated it. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa demonstrated. There was another one great yogi called Madanagopala Swami. Natananayagi Swamigal, he used to be called. He lived in South India. He was in Mathura Bhava with Sri Krishna. With his power and willpower, he just manifested all the female characters in his system, whole system. Listen, first truth you need to know, there is no such thing as straight. Nobody is straight. You are just a being clothed with a body. Sexual attraction has nothing to do with the gender of the opposite person. It is the grace you feel with the opposite person. Beautifully Upanishad says, you love your husband or wife not because he is male or female or husband or wife. He is or she is reflection of your integrity with your identity. Understand? Attraction is due to the grace the other body radiates. Grace is always directly the quantity of the integrity that person's physical, physiological, psychological, conscious identity enjoys. Understand? The more their gender identification is integrated, more grace they will manifest. They will radiate. Grace is all about you being completely comfortable with your physical, physiological, psychological, conscious identity called Aham Pratyagatma Chaitanyam. And all attraction is towards the grace, not towards any gender, not towards any person. Please understand. Break from this mediocre idea of gender dowholing. Feel completely relieved if you are confused about your gender identity. Understand, if you are confused about gender identity, feel good about it. You are above the mediocre people. Mediocre people have decided to have false belief due to their fear of society. It is the fear of society. You deny your confusion or the identity crisis and just accept something society says and go on torture yourself for your whole life to believe what society has labeled it on you. I am so grateful to my gurus. At right age, I received these lessons, these understandings, revelations. I try to replicate the same knowledge to all the Gurukul students all over the world. All of you need to know, I have opened the Gurukul to the whole world. You do not need to be inside Adi Kailasa or in any one place. I am making the Gurukul to the whole world available through the virtual Enlighten app for kids. And I am also going to make even Krama Brahmacharya open to all. You can take Krama Brahmacharya in you and live in your home itself. In those days, there was no internet and ability to teach. So they all have to gather in one place. Now we have everything. Let's use the technology. For the best results, I always recommend come to Adi Kailash. But just because you are not able to come to Adi Kailash, I don't want to deny you trying it on your own. See, even Paramashivoham program. For best results, come to Adi Kailash. But just because you are not able to come to Adi Kailash, I don't want to deny you trying out on your own. Actually, I am opening it for everyone to attend, even from your home. I'll call that as Paramashivoham, trying it out on your own. Nothing wrong. You will surely have the benefit of the level to the level of your involvement, your integrity. When I say first 21 years, be celibate, I am not sadist. I am not sadist, understand? I want you to understand first what real identity you are enjoying. What is your real gender identity? I tell you. If you integrate your gender identity, whether you are a sannyasi or a grihastha or a womanizer, you will be such graceful being. You will be such graceful being. I have seen the most graceful sannyasi and the most graceful womanizers. I have seen both. And sometimes I used to wonder how both of them radiate such grace. I realized it is not about the action. It is about the integrity and identity you feel in physical, physiological, psychological and conscious level. Most graceful celibate I have seen is Yogi Ram Surat Kumar. He is absolute brahmachari, but such grace. And the most graceful grihastha I have seen, Raghupati Yogi. He had 14 kids, but his grace is, I will say, equivalent to Ram Surat Kumar. And another one graceful, most graceful person I have seen, Osho. I will not classify him. I am not interested in that. But I can say surely as for his own words, he is not celibate. Let's stop with it. But all three I will say equally graceful. It means your outer actions do not matter when it comes to sex. Your innermost gender identity is all that matters. Solve here, everything is solved. Solve here, everything is solved. All three have solved here. Because they solved here, whether they were celibate or lived with one wife as a grihastha or one husband as a grihastha. The most graceful women I have seen, Kuppammal, my guru. She lived with only one husband and 4 kids. Such grace. And same way, Osho. All 4, such graceful beings, because the grace comes from inside completion. It is nothing to do with external action. Grace means ability to generate huge love and respect in the other person the moment he sees you, she sees you. Just by sight, if you are able to instigate, invoke tremendous love and respect, that is called grace. Beautifully, Valmiki describes when Sita entered the court, the whole court stood up, including Janaka. Understand? Janaka is father. He says the grace she was carrying was such, all the rishis, munis, and the people who came for Sayamvaram, who were supposed to get married to her, or who came with a lust to marry her, all of them forgot their identity for a few seconds and just stood up. The grace she was radiating. I tell you. I wanted to get into the details. All the mood swing women suffer and feeling exploited women feel is just because their three layers are not integrated. Physical, physiological, psychological does not feel the same gender identity. There is a mismatch. There is a confusion. That is why women feel disgraced every time they enter into a sexual act and come out. They feel exploited, tortured, abused. Listen. All you need is aligning. And when I say aligning, I don't want to say in physical, physiological, psychological, you need to feel the same gender identity. No. You just need to identify what you feel. That's all. If you identify, you will know why you are feeling what you are feeling, why you are behaving the way you are behaving. Understand? Realizing blind spot is curing blind spot. Nothing else. Realizing why you are behaving the way you are behaving, why you are doing the way you are doing, why you are saying what you are saying, liberates you. I tell you, just if this one understanding and realization is shared, Paramashiva gives at least some 25 methodology to identify your gender in physical, physiological, psychological, conscious levels. I'll reveal everything. Don't think I'll keep all that secrets for Paramashiva home program. I'm not that kind of person. Whatever he gives me now, I'll share it with you. And I am here to give whatever he has given. This moment, if this body stops operating, I know I have done my job. Whatever he has given, I have given. I have not withheld anything. And if he allows this body to continue to operate, I will go on be sharing what he has given, what he is giving, what he is giving. That's it. So it is up to him. And I am very clear, I have not kept anything for myself which he has given me. Whether the understanding or powers or knowledge or energy or Shakti, anything he has given, I have given it to all of you. I have not kept anything for myself. Other than the 2 meals I take every day, I have nothing to take from the society. That 2 also now I reduced it to 1. There's nothing to get from society or humanity. Whatever he reveals, he gives. I'll go on be giving it to all of you forever. As long as this body functions, even after that, whatever he gives through this body in Mahasamadhi, I'll go on be sharing it. That's it. Understand? One of the most important, powerful realization you need to have, if you decide not to be mediocre, stop believing the cognitions inserted into you by mediocre. Understand? If you want to be Windows 8, don't try to operate with Windows 1 or 2. Just upgrade yourself. Don't continue to have silly conversations inside you which was inserted into you by the mediocre people. Try to have matured conversation which is given to you as a knowledge by Paramashiva. Don't try to believe the pornography videos and porn sites, the ideas they inserted on you, into you, about you. Try to cognize what Paramashiva gives you. as identity to you about you. Understand? If just this one truth, this 2030 principles he gives to identify your gender in multiple level and understand, if just this one is done, I can say almost 90% psychological problems will be solved, disorders will be solved. Without this gender integrity, every time whether you go through the sexual act or you suppress, you are creating wound in you. Whether you masturbate with another body or masturbate alone, you are creating a wound in you, scar in you. This identification is the primal detoxification you need to go through. It's a fundamental understanding a child should be given by the age of 7. 7, child should start learning about the 11 genders and what gender he feels comfortable in the physical, physiological, psychological, conscious levels. And he should start exploring the multiple permutation combinations and discover in which combination he feels, I know me. Where he manifests his highest possibilities and where he manifests his highest powers. I can see in my Gurukul, the kids who manifest powers, they feel so comfortable in their body. Only when they go through this gender identity crisis, they try to explore another body or they allow the another person to explore them, which should not be. At least till 21, do not allow anybody to explore you or don't explore others. You will have multiple realizations, I tell you. Those realizations will solidify you, consolidate you. Gold vessel may be very precious, costly. It will not be useful to keep mercury. To keep mercury, you need only stone bowl. You need to create the body to feel awe. I am collecting all the secrets I have revealed on gender identity earlier also and uploading all of them in Enlighten app. So I again remind you all, download this free Enlighten app. Become a member of the free Enlighten app and enjoy all the satsangs 24 hours. Enlighten app is having 24 hours me with you. Enjoy the live satsangs 24 hours. Get all the right answers for all your questions through Enlighten app. With this, I bless you all. Once more reminding, attend every day Nithyananda Yoga, morning 4 a.m. Indian Standard Time, and I will continue to reveal more and more sacred secrets on these subjects. And prepare yourself for Paramashivoham,